Everyone, this is Andrew Guy with Andrew Guy Speaks.com, empowering you to create your greatest impact in the four most important areas of your life. I am so thankful to come to you today to bring you this talk. We're talking about how can we experience the goodness of God in the land of the living. I'm not here to preach to you really, but I'm just here to let you know that there's so many things that we take for granted. There's so many things that we take for, everyday reoccurrence. Oh, this is supposed to happen to me. This is going to happen to me. And we really don't take time to say, well, you know, what if it didn't happen? What if I wasn't able to move? What if I wasn't able to breathe? What if I wasn't able to open my mouth and eat? What if I wasn't able to squeeze and grip and hold on to things? What if my legs, what if I was crippled? There's so many things that we take for granted. And so therefore I want to talk to you today about how can you take the time out to be thankful throughout your whole day. You don't have to go down on your knee and pray in the square. You don't have to pray so everyone sees that you're praying. This is not even about everyone else. It's about really you. It's about you. So don't do the things that you're doing to give thanks to the Creator and use it as some kind of show to say that, oh, look at what I'm doing. It's not about that, because if you're doing it just to show people that you're doing something, you're doing it for the wrong reason. Why? And the reason that you're doing it is not going to benefit you. It's really just a show, and your Creator don't really like that kind of stuff. Really, that doesn't even bring a sweet aroma to his nose. It just, it's stench. All right, so what am I saying to you? Basically, that's just religion. But a relationship is really when you're just thankful, man. You know, you're able to eat. And I have a friend of mine who couldn't taste anything for over a year. The taste bud wasn't working. And then one day, bam, the taste bud came back and they started to taste. And it was like, oh my goodness, I didn't even know that this food tastes so good. And I didn't realize what I was missing out on. I said, my goodness. I said, those are things that we take for granted. You know, how we have healthy children able to run about the house and make noise, and we said, stop the noise and stuff. But really, what are we saying? We're taking for granted that they're actually healthy. There's some kids, if you go to kids' hospital right now, they have tubes in their nose. They are in pain. But you have healthy children. That's something to give thanks for. Okay, so I want you, as you go through this season, I want you to find something to be thankful for. Instead of looking at the things that didn't go wrong, that didn't go right, look at some of the things that went well, extremely well. And even if 2 happened to go well, wow, you can look at those 2 in light of the 50 that didn't go right. So that's what it's about. If only 1 went right, then look at all the hundreds that didn't go right. But the one thing that actually went right saved your life. The one thing that actually went right is the reason why you're standing here today. You're able to be here today. And if that thing didn't go well, look at me. Look at me. That's right. Look at me. You wouldn't be looking at me right now. You would have been dead. I'm not here to preach to you guys. I'm not here to give you another sermon. I know that you have hundreds of those. You're not short of sermons on TV, on the internet. Everywhere you go, people are preaching to you. I'm not here to preach to you. I'm really just here to get you to start thinking a little different. I'm just here to get you to start thinking about what could have happened, but it just didn't. Because of the grace of God, you're here. And so you might not be a believer. You might not be out there toting a Bible, but you can use your gifts and you can use your life to be an inspiration to anyone. You can use your life to be an inspiration to the people that you work with, the people that you play with. And if you are a professional player, if you're a professional basketball player, or whatever the case may be, you can use your life to be an instrument to those people that are on your team. You can use your life to be an encouragement to anyone. As you walk down the street, as you're at work, it doesn't matter where you are. You can use your life to be a light to other people. I want you to think about this world as a dark place, and you are the only light that's available. And if you refuse to shine, then how are people going to even know that there's a God in you? You know, people don't really go to heaven to see God. They really see God through you. That's right. It doesn't matter what occupation or occasion you have. You just do the best you can with what you have. And guess what? In doing that, you are already a light. And then people are going to see your great work. Like the Bible says, man, let your light so shine that people will see your great work, and then they'll realize that there is a God that's actually in you. You know, the atheist said that there is no God because he's not looking at the proof that's already in the earth. You know, the Bible said the earth declares the glory of God. That means if you look up and you can see the sun and you say there's no God, he said that he who says in his heart that there is no God, man, he's a fool. So if you look up and you see the sun and you say there's no God, then how in the world did it get there? If you look up and you see the moon, you say there's no God, how did it get there? If you're walking and you can't even see that there's a God that created you, then how did you get here? Was it some kind of, you know, sprinkle magic fairy tale dust that just boom, blew up and all of a sudden you became who you are? No, I beg to differ. You were created. If that were the case, check this out. There are a plethora, or should I say many things that were created on planet Earth, were innovated by man. And look, if you look and say, oh, well, you see a car, you jump into a car, you get on an airplane, you say, I'm not really in an airplane. I'm not really riding on clouds. I'm not really riding on wind. Then you're basically saying that there wasn't a manufacturer that created an airplane. When you get inside the car and you're driving and you hit the brake and the brake prevents you from running into another car, then if you said, this is not really happening, I'm only imagining this, and then poof, there was a big bang theory and an explosion happened and the car instantaneously put itself together. So this is not really happening. So in other words, I don't have anybody else to give thanks to, or I don't have anybody to give accolades to. That's really what you're saying. And if you go even deeper, if you look underneath the microscope and you see all the cells that are moving that you really can't see with your naked eye, but you can only see it from the microscope, then you're basically saying, like the guy Van Leeuwenhoek who came up and discovered the microscope, you're really saying that he wasn't even around, or he wasn't even